Everyday chat and chart live during the New York session. Here, real traders share the raw truth, their mindset, technical analysis, and execution. This is where real traders show their skill set. Welcome to Tradin TV. This is your stage to
Hello. How is everyone
Hello,
doing?
Hello.
I'm good, bro. How about you?
I'm doing amazing. I can't complain.
How are you,
How's your
Kimmel?
guys trading? What?
How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Can't complain. Can you guys hear me right?
Nice. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah. So, people always get us on the Monday. Have you traded so
Mhm.
far?
No.
Not yet.
Yeah. What about the people in the chat? I wonder if they have traded so far. So, if you have, just leave it in the comments. We'll look into EU, GU, gold. We'll look into everything right now. So, Bitcoin is pulling back. I know NQ is pulling back a little bit. Overall, still bullish. Let me quickly share the screen. We'll talk directly about the charts. So, on EU, we swept huge highs, massive highs right there on the weekly. So
hmm
we'll see. I do think that now there's a pullback phase, but right now, if you want to short anything, it would be shorting GU. I would not short EU at all. If I was to short anything, I would short GU. DXY also looking like this to me is kind of a power of three to move to the upside. So we'll see. Um, do you guys want to break down gold? Let's start maybe with you, Kashif.
Yeah, let's
Gold
go.
continues forming all-time high and all-time high and all-time high. By the way, we've talked about this over the last,
Last stream.
even the last time that I was talking with Kashif, where we were talking about the fact that you don't really want to short gold unless it's a scalp. To the point that Kashif actually took a short on gold, a scalp, and he profited on stream. But we continued saying that gold is always just a ticking time bomb until it moves higher. So if there's anyone on the stream right now that is looking for a way to short gold, just know that that is the wrong thing to do. I'm sorry, but that is literally what it is. It's the wrong thing to do. Why? Because let's say that I give this example all the time. I think this is a very valid example. It's putting yourself in front of a moving train and saying, no, the train is stopping here. You would never do that in real life. So why are you doing that against gold or even against NQ? Because the people that you'll see on social media in a week or 2 weeks that will call the high on gold, they'll be not showing you all of the losses that they've taken. So do keep that in mind. Kashif, let's go. Are you muted? Maybe.
Yeah, sorry. Can you see the screen now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, let me just talk about Asian session because we took a buy and over community buy trade.
Nice.
Personally, like I wasn't in that trade. I was scalping the moment it was breaking 3,700. But the thought process behind that was we were targeting this wick from FOMIC right here. Okay, we were targeting the high of this wick, and when the price section opened, like the market opened, like it gapped up like to 3692, and then dropped. And then what we saw that there's a strong support or at 3686. Now, if we will go on the lower time frame, let's go on the 5 minute time frame. We can see like on the 5 minute time frame, there was also this order block, and we had multiple rejections from this. So we went into the buy trade from this right here because we were targeting this 3700 psychological level right here. And then we also tried another buy trade at 3691. I think it was here. So this is what we tried. And then eventually, like, I was targeting 3700, like 100 pips of a move, and it just like hammered through this. So it was a good Asian session. I'm just gonna go to this buy. So technically, like, on 15-minute time frame, this was the setup. If you can see it on the screen.
Oh
On
no, I think it's bugging, Kashif. For some reason it stopped, I think.
the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just.
I think it was the. Do you have two screens?
Yeah.
I think you were sharing just one, the bottom one.
Yeah, now it will work. So I think you can see
Perfect.
it now. This was the setup that we shared with our community. So it's on the 15-minute time frame. So what we were looking at this liquidity, internal structure liquidity. It got swept out right here. And when it started to go bullish, we had this trend line liquidity to the upside towards 3,700. So that's where we went for a buy trade. Now let's look at on the 15-minute time frame on the chart, like what actually happened. So this, I use it very often. Like whenever price section it start to take out a equal high or a equal low, I always wait for the candle to close because it could be a liquidity sweep. It could be a liquidity grab, and that's what happened today when in Asian session when the price section it started to break this equal low. A lot of people they might have got into sells, but I waited for the candle to close, and the candle closed above this equal low, indicating a liquidity sweep. Now, obviously, in order for me to confidently say it's a liquidity sweep, I want to see like a bullish candle closing after the liquidity sweep as a confirmation candle. And when this candle closed bullish, my confirmation was solid, like the liquidity sweep is valid. And that's where we went into a buy trade right here, stops below, and we targeted like 3,700. So that was the trade in Asian. And then London I skipped because the price section was just going bullish. I didn't want it to buy like all at the highs. I wanted the price to give me a pullback in London session and go for a buy. So I skipped London. And same like New York, like I'm not looking for something exciting for the buys, because if in New York, like I'm looking for buys, I want to see the price section coming to like retrace to a demand zone. And the demand zones I see on the 1 hour time frame is 3716, this one. And below this, we also have this fair value gap and order block right here. This whole zone, like 3,700, 3,690, would be my demand zone. Now, obviously, like for scalps, for sell scalps, like if you guys are looking for sell scalps, like I would personally recommend, like as Kimmel also said, like do not try to jump in front of a moving train. Like it's crazy. So let's see what happens in New York. Like if we get a buy opportunity or a sell opportunity for a scalp. See, that was my trade of the day and analysis for New York.
Yeah, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Heramani, I'll jump to you in just a second. Let me just share something with everyone, because the problem with that I personally find with people that are trying to short the scalp is usually that this goes something like this. The market starts moving down, and you're like, "Oh yeah, we're going down now," and you short, for example, here, and it starts going down, and then it just randomly, like
Kimmel,
let's say we switch some.
your screen is not showing.
It's not showing.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, let me share again. Let me see. It should be showing now.
Yes, now
Yes.
perfect.
Okay. So basically, what happens when people are trying to short these sort of things is that you always get caught in this like pullback phase, this tiny pullback phase, and then randomly the market shoots up, and you're like, what the hell just happened? And it's like, well, the market is still bullish. And so if we go down to the 1 minute here on gold, look, we had pullbacks. Yes, we pulled back, but you don't have a trade here. Like literally there's no risk reward here, and then boom, moves to the upside. Here, same thing, boom, moves to the upside. Reverses, boom, moves to the upside. People are always, everyone that is short is always being denied. Look, market starts moving lower, it has bearish order flow, and then boom, you get denied. Here, same thing, boom, you get denied. Because if you just zoom back one time frame, you can see what you're trying to short. You're trying to short a massive rally. And so ever since, I wonder when that we need to probably just clip that, because we were talking about, on Monday, on the 25th of August, on Monday, I was streaming on Tradin, and I was saying if I had to trade, I would long gold, like literally, and I would never short any of this. Like even here on also Monday, I was like I would not short this. That was even with Kashif. So yeah. It's you're always entering in the pullback phase. That's why you get destroyed. That's why the market then randomly reverses. So yeah, Heramani, you wanna share what you're looking for?
Okay, sure. You can see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So for me, same thing with gold. I'm just waiting at least to pull back to this level or even in this fair value gap. So I will wait for that. And then I will look for buy on gold. Same setup with Kashif. And today I don't took any buys on Asian and London because I'm sleeping. And I missed this rally. So I'll back until at least to this level in 1 hour order block or this fair value gap. So that's my plan. Then after that, I will look for buy on gold. And same with GBP USD for GU. I'm looking for short in daily time frame as well. I just want to see to take out these lows or at least this low of this candle, body of this candle. So in 4 hour time frame, I just want to see some pullback up to this area, this 4 hour fair value gap. So after, if the price is this area, and then if I see some confirmation, I want to see at least 30-minute and 1 hour time frame to close below after reaching this fair value gap. Then after that, I will look for sale on GBP USD. Same with DXY. I just want to see some bullishness on DXY over this highs. This high is very likely to take a out. Same with Camel set. I can see this as a power of three, like consolidation,
Yeah.
manipulation, and distribution like that. So it's a very good setup for me. So I just want to see at least to take out these highs for DXY in coming days. So
Yeah.
that's my
Can you
plan
go to the
on
daily on
GU and
DXY?
gold. Sorry?
Can you go to the daily on the DXY?
Okay, okay, sure. Huh.
Yeah, that looks, those highs are actually possibly getting targeted, because we're
Mm-hmm.
now at the level where I'm like, are we going to continue lower or are we going to manipulate higher? Because I think overall we will continue lower, like afterwards. But
Mm-hmm.
now that we're in a pullback phase, always my question is, how high are we going in this kind of pullback phase? So it's going to be interesting. What is your view on the
Mm-hmm.
daily?
On daily time frame, after taking out this high, I just want to see the weekly candle to form because uh, likely in last year also and in last bull cycle into 2021, after cutting interest rate, DXY is very bullish, by the way. So I just want to see for that momentum after closing this week. So for now, at least I just want to see to take out this high. After that, I want to see it rejects from this fair value gap or it closes above this fair value gap. So if it closes above this fair value gap, then I will look for this high and this high as well in coming weeks. So it taken
What
out
about
this
you?
low,
Yeah, go.
but in futures like in dollar index future, it doesn't taken out this low. So it remains like a equal lows in future as well. So that's the thing I just want to look for. So that's my plan.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Mhm.
What about you, Kashif? What is your view on currencies? I know you mainly trade gold, but what is your view on currencies?
Let's check on the chart. Like it's been a long time. I haven't traded currencies, but it's the same thing. Let's look at the charts. So I'm gonna start off from Euro USD, Euro dollar, and straight like from the daily time frame. All right, so I think I'm just gonna refresh this trading view. All right, perfect. So on Euro USD on the daily time frame, I can see the overall trend is bullish. However, like short term, like we took out this equal highs, this liquidity, and then we had a drop. But as you can see, like the price section is rebounding from this level on Euro dollar 1.17 right here. So this like obviously like I can see this is an order block. Like when I'll go down to the forward time frame, I'm just gonna refine this whole range. Like it's acting like a demand zone because this move came out from this. So we tapped into this one daily forward closure engulfing this whole move, this bearish candle. And if I look at the 30-minute time frame, like the order flow is bullish, higher highs and higher lows. So on euro dollar, like I would be looking for buys. Obviously, like if it comes back to this area point of interest, or maybe even this, that looks good for buys. Like as long as euro dollar is trading above 1.1726, it will continue to follow bullish order flow. That's how I see it. And if I talk about GBP USD daily time frame, it's same thing. Like the price action took a decent pullback, and we are almost in this by demand zone on the daily. On 30-minute time frame, we are also taking a pullback. I think like pound dollar has much better price action than euro dollar, like in terms of my concepts. Because if you look at euro dollar, it has already moved like almost from the demand zone to the upside, like to the supply zone. Like it's already moved like 60 pips. However, like pound dollar, it just tapped into this demand zone and might be just giving us a market structure shift right now, right here. And we might just pull back into this area, give some rejections, and this could be a good buy opportunity. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think that for me on GU, I wonder if the bullish levels are going to hold, or if we're actually just gonna break through and just absolutely tank. Because like on the daily, it looks so bearish given how we reacted. Like
Mhm.
if you look, well, especially the weekly, to be honest, where we went to the extreme on the weekly to the supply zone, and then we absolutely tanked. So I wonder if we're just going to go down from here or not, even if it's
Mm.
just a little bit. Will be interesting to see, because if it goes, it's going aggressive too. It's going to be very, very aggressive.
Yeah.
True, that's true. Because even like if you look at the weekly previous closure, like it doesn't have a bottom wick. So this current weekly candle could be just making a top wick and then drops, because you see like this wick, these wicks, big wicks, like they attract price action as a magnet. So let's see. The question is like how the daily closes, because right now on pound dollar, daily candle is bullish. If it closes bullish like this, then there might be a chance for it to go up. But if it closes weak bullish, then we can expect it to drop. Let's come back to gold, like because I just took a scalp on gold. It was a very quick scalp, right here. So I'm just going to share my thought process behind this scalp. It was a quick entry, quick exit. Was looking at the order flow, simple order flow, price action making higher highs and higher lows right here. So in the price action, that was my last recent swing point, swing high on the 1 minute. I got a market structure shift. Simple things. Market structure shift right here. Price dropped. I missed that move and then waited for it to retrace back. Now, when the price was retracing back, what it did, like it created a range on the 1 minute time frame to cut the liquidity below, to cut the stop losses above right here, and it started to drop again from this point.
Mm-hmm.
After taking out the range liquidity, it was also like kind of like the price action retesting this broken support, and that's where I went into. Let me just check. 372290. Yep, that's
Nice scalp.
yeah. So scalp on my live account, like we just flipped that full mode, gambling mode. It's a good scalp.
Do you think that we could now be pulling back towards the order block or the demand zone that both of you guys pointed out?
Yes, it's right now going towards this demand zone right here. This is the first one. Like I'm just gonna take this as a whole because when this move like came out from this range, this swing high, this swing low. So right now, like we are already in that quadrant, in the demand zone. Let's see how the price section reacts from this. On 1 hour, it looks something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if I want to see like the price taking a rebounds from this, it technically can, because overall price action is bullish, right? So this is a massive demand zone, like the recent demand zone. This is kind of like 90 pips, 80 pips of a demand zone. So if we get like if I get like a rejection from this demand zone, something like this, price action makes a range and then gives me a market structure shift. After the market structure shift, like if the price action holds this, then it will just print higher highs and higher lows, bullish order flow to take out all-time highs again. So this is something I'm looking at like on the 1 minute time frame.
Would you also take that sort of short, Heramani, of like if you expect the market to go towards a specific supply or demand zone, would you take that trade?
No, for me. For now, I look only for buys.
Yeah. So you always wait for the market to reach the level,
Yeah.
then start showing you bullishness, and that's where we would look for the highs, for the buys.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes. Exactly.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I did ask if people in the chat did enter in any trades. They bought gold, not yet. EJ, what's Euro Japanese yen doing? Can you check, Kashif? What is Euro Japanese yen? I haven't looked at Euro Japanese yen in a long time. I traded Euro Japanese yen for a long time, but then I just stopped.
There you go. This is right now daily.
Damn, just moving bullish. I do know it's mega clean. Like for the last years, it's just been moving bullish. And it's one of those examples of people just trying to find where the low is. Where the high is, and it just keeps going higher. It's that in dollar Japanese yen, if I'm not mistaken. Dollar
It's
Japanese yen.
it's euro yen.
Yeah. But I think dollar Japanese yen, goddamn, is just range bound now. Goddamn. Like I don't
Yep.
know how people look at a pair like dollar Japanese yen and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna trade this every single day. It's like it's so range bound. Look at that. God damn.
1, 2, 3.
That is wild. Was that the weekly that you?
It was daily.
God damn. I would not be trading this. If you guys couldn't trade gold, like you were not allowed to trade gold and you can only trade one pair, what pair would that be?
It would be EU for me.
You?
Yeah, EU.
It would be, I would go with Nasdaq. I like volatility.
Yeah. Nasdaq is beautiful. Do you guys like US 30 or no? Because I've never traded US 30. I don't like it.
Sometimes I trade it when the price is very good. Like when I see Nasdaq, S&P 500, and US 30. When I see some divergence, and it was good on US 30, then I will trade on US 30.
Yeah. GU looks like it wants to go down now, to be honest. Let's see. What would this be? That looks beautiful. Let me see if I do. Does anyone in the chat have any questions? Based on the trades that they've taken, or even trades that we've taken, given the fact that last week we traded here, we've called the markets beautifully here already, so let us know.
How to trade monthly candle on in gold? Someone is asking.
I guess it's just long, right? You guys are the gold traders. If you had to take a trade now and you had to hold it for a month on gold, what would it be? Long or short?
Obviously, it will be long.
It would be crazy shorting gold on that mass. I don't think gold monthly makes sense, to be honest, to trade. I just don't think it makes
Mhm.
sense.
It's very in the premium level. Very, very premium.
This 15 more. What is Kashif looking for? Buy. Everyone wants to take this signal, Kashif.
And just looking at this on gold, like on the 1 minute time frame from inside this demand zone, we just took out this structure liquidity, but it's not enough for me. Like I want to see a market structure shift. I want to see price action leaving out of this demand zone towards this next supply zone. So
Yeah.
it could be a good buy scalp, but I'm looking for like confirmations right now. It's just
Is this something that you would be looking for too, Heramani? Or is this not the area yet where you would be looking for the bullishness?
I'm just waiting for this downside 1 hour fair value gap. At least I want to see the tap price on this level.
Okay.
this
Yeah.
one.
Hmm. And it overlap with previous high as well, the long week one. So
There you go.
I will be
Yeah.
interested.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
Yep.
Let's see.
Kashif, I trade the same session. Will you explain on gold how to trade session sweep?
So basically, I use this indicator. It's a very helpful tool. Let me just show you. This is Asian Session Range by Rob Minty. How you can get this? A lot of people they ask me this question. Simply, you need to go on your indicators, write Asian Session Range by Rob Minty. This is the one. Now, once you get it, like it will come with default settings, right? So you just need to go to your settings, uh, untick the first three boxes, untick this pane labels lines. Just take a screenshot of this. There you go. And then you go to styles and you just change the color. Like for me, like I use green for Asian, I use blue for London, and red for New York. Right there you go. And this is my, it will tell me my sessions. Like for example, this green is your Asian, that is your Asian high, that is your Asian low. And it's a very helpful tool because when on the price section the price is about to sweep a session high or low, this colors just tell you that this is your boundary, this is your Asian highs. And look at this, it like 70% of the times it's going to work. It's going to work very efficiently by just sweeping out previous session highs. As you can see right here, it took out the Asian high and then dropped, right? And same here, it took out the London lows, bullish candle closure, and it pushed up, right? So take a look at this as well. This was your London session. In New York session, price section took out the London session lows, bullish candle closure, and then just pushed along with the trend, pushed along with the bullish trend. So this is how I use it, just like as a helping tool.
Yeah, that's fire. Is this something that you consistently trade, session highs and session lows?
Yes, from
Oh.
last 8 months, and it's very helpful. Like I
Yeah.
don't specifically target session highs and lows, but if it's very obvious and it's happening on the chart, then I don't miss that opportunity.
Yeah.
Because the probability of this working out, like it's not something a strategy, it's just like a helping tool. It's going to work like 60% of the times. But when it works, like it's so clean, like you will see it when you will backtest this, uh, it works like 60-70% of the time. Same here, took out the London highs and dropped. And like the thing is, every single day, like I'm a day trader basically, so every single day I find a pattern that whenever the price action takes out a session high or a high inside a session, there will be kind of like a 20-30 pips of a drop, which is like a like short-term scalp, right? For example, if you look at example in Asian session, today's Asian session, we had this high right here. And look at this, what happened inside the Asian session. Price action took out the high, it also took out its on Asian high, and then there was a pullback of about, look, 60 pips, right? So with this session, you get like some scalping opportunities, as well as soon as the price action takes out a high or a low. Even right here, again, same thing, below took out the Asian lows and then pushed up. Now, for example, right here, as how I would take this, use this indicator for my assistance. For example, right now, Heramani, like he's looking at this fair value gap for a buy. Is that correct, Heramani?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So if I look on the 5-minute time frame, you're gonna see like this fair value gap is happening right below the London session lows, right? On the one hour time frame. So there's a possible scenario that the price section might just take out the London liquidity and it taps into this fair value gap, and then you get like a massive reaction back to the upside. So using these different tools, like I just try to make my narrative more strong. Like I try to make a story out of price section, multiple confirmations out of different things to support my bias, to support my trade, to support my confidence, especially because when you have enough confirmations out of different things, like you feel more confident. Like I feel more confident.
And is that something that you also take into account, Heramani, like all the session liquidities, even daily liquidities, and etc.?
Yes, I wait for some sessions lows to be swept out when I'm in bullish. Same thing in when I'm bearish, I wait for some sessions highs to be swept out. So it's kind of a power of three idea. Like I see power of three as like as a in daily time frame for daily bias. I see as a whole for power of three, and then for the session as well, for Asian session, for London and for New York, I I can see the power of three idea in that session as well, when it take out highs or lows for the session.
Yeah, so this is something I was looking at when the price section it tapped into this order block. We got this market structure shift. Now I just want to see like if the price can rebound a little, respect this, and then we just continue pushing up. Let's see.
So are we shaping up for a long?
Yep.
Kimmel, can you simplify market maker models? Changed my life. Started making consistent profit in market maker models. Yeah, market maker models are beautiful. Like, because it simplifies your trading. It's basically everything we've talked about right now on this stream is almost like a way to simplify the market maker models. Like, if you see what Heramani and Kashif are doing, literally was, okay, we've hit this level. I will start looking for a bullishness here, and I will execute. That's literally how simple market maker models can be. Identify the level you want to see the market reacting from. Don't trade towards that level. Trade after the level has been tapped and the market gives you the reaction. That's basically it. That's how you simplify market maker models.
Exactly, and you in market maker models, like you need to be very early. Like if you miss the initial move, like you're already not in the position. Do not try to buy the top. For example, when this price action tapped into this zone, it took out this structure liquidity right here, as you can clearly see right here. Now, obviously, when the price pushed up, it started to form a support right here, right here. So if you're trading zones, like you should have been in a buy from here. Now let's say I missed this buy move, right? I missed this buy move because I'm waiting for market structure confirmation. Now up at the top, like I'm not gonna get into a buy right from the top, right? Because if I get into a buy from the top, my risk to reward ratio, like it will not be good, right? It will be like a 1-to-1. I need like at least 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio to define my edge, because my win rate like is 60 to 70%, right? It's 60 to 70% in a long run. But where I make money off from trading is my risk reward ratio, at least like 1-to-2 on average, and 1-to-4 like in good case scenarios. So for example, in this case scenario, after the market structure shift, I want to see the price action coming down and hitting this area again and rebounding from this, like showing me some wick rejections or maybe 1 minute candle bullish closures. Once I get that, that's when I get into an entry, because my risk reward ratio it gets better. Like, look, it automatically gets to 1-to-3. So that's like how I do scalps.
Yeah, that's especially with scalping, man. With scalping, where you have to be very precise, you can't be really chasing the market. Because if you start chasing the market, you're gonna get absolutely destroyed. So that is a very, very valid point. I would
Exactly.
definitely keep that in mind if you're reading this. But yeah, you of course, basically, um, someone is saying I disagree with Kashif. We can also take the second entry. Of course you can, but we're talking about different things. We're talking about a big move versus a move, and it you can't say it's wrong because you're not in the position where you're looking for a 1-to-3 risk to reward, right? If you're looking for the 1-to-3 risk to reward, you can't enter halfway into the move. You have to be way more precise.
Hmm.
And so uh, I would hear, if I'm looking for a 1-to-3, then yes, you'll have to enter in reversals. You can't really enter in continuation trades, basically. So
Exactly. Nice reply. Thank you, Kimmel.
no worries. Hera is saying, can you repeat the indicator name? And I'll say no, because I think there's a bar replay, so you can literally just go back because
Hmm.
he stopped on the indicator thing. So
So now you see like this after this pullback, when the price action took this pullback right here. Look at this. From this pullback to the upside, like that's kind of like 20 pips of a scalp, right? If it goes to this high, gives us a break of structure, that is like 37 pips, 37 points. So this is why like waiting for reversals, waiting for pullbacks, they're very good for your risk reward ratio. Automatically, my risk reward ratio is now this. I'm already in a position, like it's a small position because I made some profits from the short. Now I'm risking like 30% of those profits into these longs. So second trade is like I always go less risk. So even if I lose, like at least I end my day or I end my session in profits.
Yeah.
Like, the psychological part like is very very important in trading. You might be making a lot of money, but if you don't have that mindset, you will never maintain it.
Yeah.
And bro, when is your point like you will be done for the day in losing or in winning?
So for example, like let's say I made like $200 on my live account on these shorts, right? And on this buy,
Mhm,
like I'm risking $30. It's a fraction of $200. It's not much. So if I
mhm,
lose
mhm.
this trade, that means like I'm already done. I've already done two trades in the session. Now that's done for me. Like I'll walk away with $170, right? That's still a good profit. But if I win this
Mhm.
trade, like if it goes up, then most welcome, some extra profits.
Nice.
Like I feel like this simple approach like has helped me a lot to just walk away from markets, not to try to force a third, fourth, fifth position, trying to make more money.
Nice.
Someone is asking, Kimmel, are you profitable? No, I am not. Uh, I trade FX on gold. I want to trade futures prop firms. What's the difference? The only difference is that you're trading futures, not trading CFDs. So it's going to be contracts um, and not lots. That's the biggest difference. Do any of you trade futures firms?
Yeah, if I just started funding ticks,
Oh yeah,
just I get just got the challenge, but I'm just trying to get familiar with the platform trader weight.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Futures platforms, they're basically like mega old dated. Basically, it's like it's trading with MetaTrader on the computer, but worse. It's like it's so
Okay.
old, but
Yeah.
it's so mega regulated. That's why futures are so good. Because at the end of
Mhm.
the day, it's like while on MetaTrader you can fake. There's so many ways to fake MetaTrader. There's not a lot of ways to fake futures because you can't.
Yes.
Because basically the government will go after you. So like especially
I have plans,
in the
but not
US.
started.
Like if there's a US trader that trades on MetaTrader, I'm already skeptical because US and trading on MetaTrader is like for me it's a red flag. Now US and trading on Tradervate, that's different. But I will say this: all the rest of the world, like Europe and even Asia, we're doing good because we can easily trade on MetaTrader because like all the prop firms are on MetaTrader for us, so it's fine.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, if you are in America and you use MetaTrader on an unregulated broker, I would never trust you. Like never trust my money on someone like that. God damn, you gotta be crazy, especially when they own the broker. There's so many of those. Are only profitable traders allowed on TradingView? No, it's free. You can go on MetaTrader yourself. On TradingView. What about Nasdaq? Let's look at Nasdaq. I'll
Yeah.
share my screen a little.
There you
Sure.
go.
So on Nasdaq, let me see. My screen is up. Yeah. So on Nasdaq, it's very similar where you don't really want to be trying to catch this low, whatever low it is. I've just been looking for longs. So we've been basically crushing it over the last 3-4 weeks, because my system is always the same. Where is the market going to react from? We have an order block. I expect the market to react from that order block. Maybe on the 1 hour, it's going to be cleaner. So 1 hour, big order block, expecting the market to come down before it then moves back up on the next hour after the market open. So that's what I would personally be looking for on Nasdaq. And then what's the other possibility? The other possibility is the market absolutely tanks, it goes down, and if that's the case, then I'm just not trading because I'm not going to short. So it can be as simple as that. Of if the market is doing what you wanted to do, perfect, you execute. If you forecast and the market doesn't do what you said it was going to do, you just move away. So that's that's incredibly important. Like right now, we're on this bullish move. You don't want to be shorting this. Like, it doesn't make sense to short any of this. You want to see some strong bearishness before you even start doing anything. So keep that in mind if you're looking for shorts on GU or EU. And by the way, like, obviously, if you're looking to short, probably GU is going to be the best idea.
Yeah.
But NQ is just bullish. On every single time frame, it looks bullish. But now, just like we were talking about here, I just want to see some sort of manipulation, and then for the market to start moving. Like, that's what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm. I hope it will get after 9:30. I think so.
Let's see if we keep the winning streak. I don't take trades because of fear. What should I do? What do you think, Kashif?
I think you should go back to your 9 to 5 because like it's better. Like you were fearful like from your boss, and now like you wanted to escape your 9 to 5 and you came into trading and you're still fearful. Like, man, go back to 9 to 5. What's the fear about? Like, man, just risk 1% and just trade. Execute your setups, make mistakes, learn from your mistakes.
Yes, this is the thing. Before I go to Heramani, like, I saw this. I don't know if you guys, everyone that is here definitely knows Kanye, but I will say this: he says one thing that is absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite quotes from him, which is, we live our life as if we were in a test. Like, that's why, like, if you always want to make the right decision, if you always want to make the right choice, if you always want to say the right thing, then your whole life is going to be a test. And when were you most fearful? When you were in school. It was on test day because you were afraid of failing. So instead of taking life and trading so seriously, just do exactly what Kashif said, which is fail, learn, try again. Like, if you do that, if you do that cycle, you will then become profitable. But everyone is just so afraid of losing. That's the thing. Don't be afraid of losing. Like, I would share the quote here, but I don't think I can, because it's going to trigger copyright, so I'm not doing that. But yeah, I do have something to then reply to that, but I'd love to know what Heramani has to say about that.
Okay, so same thing with me. So I hope you don't have any trading plan or something like that. For me, when I was fear, I just look to my trading plan for my setup, my risk to reward, my risk management, everything. If even though when I feel fear, also if I see my setup according to my plan, I will just enter the trade. It's because it's in my plan. So if I don't see any setup, or if I'm very, very excited about this trade, and if there is no uh, when my trading plan is not same with when I'm looking in the trade, I will not take that as well. So it's very important to have your trading plan. I hope so.
Yeah. So it goes perfectly in line with what I was going to say, which is our job as traders is one, forecast what the market is going to do and execute if what we predicted that was going to happen did indeed happen. So what do I mean by that? Okay. So let's say you were looking for longs right here on gold. And the market moves towards your higher time frame level, right? If the market moves towards your higher time frame level and you said, if we move here and we start showing bullishness, I will execute. If this happens and you take the loss, you just did the right thing because you forecasted, you executed, and it was a loss. It is what it is. But if you now would not have taken this trade, you literally lost more than someone that took this trade and took a loss. And now I might say, well, how's that possible? Because I didn't take a trade. Yeah, but you just doubted your forecast and didn't for not trusting your forecast. So all of a sudden, that's so much worse than taking a loss. Something bad happening to you. So I would keep that in mind for sure. So one, stop being afraid of failing, and two, forecast and execute on your forecast. That's literally what trading is about. So yeah,
Kimmel, can I share my screen?
yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Kashif, do
So
you take any trades? I
it,
hope you take.
it's my live account. I don't know if you can see it on
Mhm.
camera. Uh,
Yes, yes, we can.
I took the buys from the bottom, so
Yes,
it's
sir.
Nice one.
so yeah. That's what I was talking about. Like after the market structure shift, like a pullback, simple rejections, like nothing fancy, just simple candle holding this pullback, and bingo, then you go in. Now, so this is how you do it. Like I'm actually like it's 1 to 1.2.7. So I'm just gonna secure full right here. All right, done.
Nice.
So it's
Perfect
secure
timing.
done. Like one short and one long. And this is what I meant. Like what also Kimmel said. Like always try out. Like like when I was getting into this buy trade, I had fears. I also had fears like, hey, it might take out liquidity, blah blah blah. But I said like, this is my setup. Like, what's the worst can happen? I'm gonna lose and I'm gonna learn something from this. I'll try again. But there you go.
That is very, very true. Like, guys, just know that the worst thing you can do is not trusting your analysis. That's literally the worst thing you can do. If you have an analysis and that analysis is playing out, you have to execute on the trade. Because if you don't, you are losing way more than by taking a loss. Like, I really, really want to hone this in that not trusting your analysis and being rewarded for it is the worst thing that can happen to you. I would rather you taking 5 losses in a row than you not trusting your analysis. You are worse off if you don't trust your analysis than taking 5 losses in a row. So that is a very, very important lesson right there. Any questions to Kashif based on the trades? What are the targets of the trade that you are currently in? Well, he's not in any trade anymore, but do you want to talk about targets a little bit, Kashif?
Yeah. So right now, like this would be my exit point, like because you see like price section, it moves from your internal demand zones to your supply zone. Like price section will always move from liquidity to liquidity, and demand to supply and supply to demand. So basically like it was a scalp on the 1 minute. So when it dropped into this demand zone and got into the buy, I was looking at the next supply zone. It could be like on any time frame, like it could be on the 3 minute time frame, it could be on the 1 minute time frame. On the 1 minute time frame, I see this as kind of like a order block formation, because you had a bullish candle closure, you had the bearish candle closure, and then big drop, because that big drop to the downside, it came from this point of origin. So, and this point of origin is also like kind of like an order block formation, and that's the point like where I exited my full position. Talking about the targets, where it can go from now, we need to look at the higher time frame. So on the high time frame, just take a look at, let me just remove everything. Take a look at the 30-minute candle. 30-minute candle is closing bullish, but it's not breaking above the previous 30-minute high, right? Like look at the 30-minute. It's closing up bullish, but at the same time, it's short-term bearish trend. Look at this. It's closing bullish, but it's closing also at the same time in this supply zone. So this area on the 15-minute time from this supply, uh, from 3721, 3725 is rejection area. If you're looking for targets, like you want to see the price action breaking above this to, to print like another higher highs, all-time highs right here. Personally, like right now, I think like there will be a drop, there will be a pullback, because this fair value gap is still pending right here. And what I did like on the 1 minute time frame with the buys is just like a scalp opportunity from this OB, because you see like your prominent market structure shift is here, is right here, this area. As long as the price action is not closing above this, like short term, like you could say like for scalping short term, like it's better.
Someone is asking, how do you define a market shift at liquidity? Do you use the swing shift or the fractal shift?
I use the swing shift. For example, like right here, this is your liquidity level. So I would want to see price action closing below this with a body. The candles must close with a body, not with a wick.
Yeah.
And I have a question to both of you guys. So, how do you define a liquidity sweep or breakup structure, market breakup structure, in a simple way?
In a simple way, let's look at this right here. Let's say like this is your range, price action going up, down, like this. This is the highs and lows. Now, in a breakup structure, what you're gonna see, like you wanna see a candle closing above with a very healthy and very strong body, and it shouldn't be leaving a big wick. It should be leaving a small wick to the upside. That means like the closure was bullish, a strong bullish outside the range. Now in case you have, let's say the price action goes down like this, it started to break below, let's say if the 5 minute candle has started to break below this range, and you still have 3 minutes left in the candle to close, a lot of FOMO traders, like impatient trader, they would get into a sell. But what happens? Let's say when the 5 minute candle closes, it closes back in the range, and it leaves you out with a, let's say it leaves you out with a wick like this, and that wick will be your liquidity. And when this happens, like most potentially the price action is going to the upside. And same happened right here. Like for example, if you look right here, this structured liquidity, when the candle was bearish, a lot of people they went to sell, thinking like it's going to drop into the fair value gap or something. But look at the next candle, close bullish back in the range, and price just pushed up.
Okay.
So
And you add with the idea with higher time frame bias as well.
Yeah, exactly.
yes, it gives you an idea.
I think that's even one of the most important things, because for me, like the difference between a market structure shift and a liquidity sweep is mostly narrative, right? Because let's say you're expecting bullishness and you see a range and the market starts going down, what would you say? Well, this is probably just manipulation. So when we go for some sort of lows, this is where you expect the market to quickly reverse, and that would create the liquidity sweep for myself. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think narrative is the most important thing for me.
Okay.
What about you?
Same thing with me. Same with you give the idea. Same with I'll go for that.
Now,
I-
even
Yeah, go.
even right here, this is just an example. It happens multiple times, like this on the 1 minute range, and look, when it goes below, it closes with a big wick back in the range. That means there's a possible chance if it's taking out the liquidity, it's wicking from below, they might just continue pushing up as it's doing right
I
now.
think it's still looking very, very good for the move higher.
Yeah.
Let me see the 1 hour. Yeah, even seeing the 1 hour, is looking very, very good to move higher. 15 minutes is looking very good to move higher. So those are. Is anyone in the chat in buys? Let's see. When I take a trade, for example, say like gold, first entry is stuff. Let's say. If you're feeling pressure when you enter in the second trade, then just don't enter in the second trade. It's as simple as that.
There you go.
Like sometimes you guys are punching yourself in the face and you're like, I don't know why this hurts. It's like, well, just stop punching yourself in the face. Yes, I am. No. Yeah. Me. Yes. Over pressure. Nice. Let me check what NQ is doing. Yeah, it's reacting bullish out of where we wanted to see the bullishness from. But we'll be on gold now for the next 10 minutes, and then we'll shift into NQ for some time. NQ and ES.
So, Kimmel, do you take any trade idea from weekly opening gap?
I looked into weekly opening gaps, but then I just started simplifying my trading on what is happening today. So I stopped looking at weekly openings, even daily openings. People then would say, oh, what about the midnight open, like the true midnight open? And I'm like, you're complicating. So for me, it's just basic market structure, basically.
Okay.
I try to simplify as much as I can. Because the more variables I add, for example, oh, now I look at the weekly open, now I look at the daily open, now I look at the midnight open, now I look at the true midnight open, and I'm like, guys, oh my God, you are complicating so much. And that usually happens every time ICT shares a new concept. Everyone is like, oh, that is perfect. That is the new God model. And I'm like, no, it's just, if that's not what you look for, I haven't watched an ICT video in, I don't know, years now. Well, at least 1 year.
I never watched ICT. Not even a single video.
Yeah, people just complicate it a lot, and you always understand people who you can always see people that are that put him on a pedestal, because usually they just look for the most random things on the charts. Like
And
I always know when go.
honestly speaking, like ICT, like those videos, like they practically they don't work. Like a lot of people would disagree with me, but honestly speaking, in long run, on one instance, like your concepts might work, but the way those concepts are complicated, like they're not going to work over the long run, because in his videos, like there are multiple models, and
Yeah.
you can never define like when are you going to take with certain model. You just need to stick with one model, practice it long enough, make mistakes on that, so you can make your edge around that model. So that's simple.
Yeah, I know a lot of ICT traders that complicate things a lot, like seriously a lot. And they ask me about the most random things, and I'm like, guys, it's just market make a buy model, market make a sell model, meaning is the market going bullish or is it going bearish? So we just really have to stop complicating it. But I'm going to be honest, guys. The reason why people do things complicated is that complicated sells. If I tell you guys that I have this one concept that if you know you will be profitable, then I'm going to make a ton of money selling that concept. So I have to make it sound complex. So Kimmel in EU, I see daily bearish in 12-hour, the daily bearish and the 12-hour bearish, but the rest of the time frames are bullish. Gun to your head, buy or sell. On EU, gun to my head, I would long. Just because like daily, let me, am I sharing my screen? No. Okay, let me quickly share my screen. Let's see. Okay, so because on the daily we're at a very key level, and I mentioned that on the Sunday market breakdown that we are at a key level where I wouldn't want to short EU. If I was to short something, then I would short GU once it starts showing bearishness. So right now, like the 12-hour, maybe it's a little bit bearish, but the daily I wouldn't regard it as bearish just yet. Like if I had to gamble on what Monday was going to do, I would actually put my money on longs and not on shorts on EU on Monday. Now for the rest of the week, that's where we have to see if we start breaking lower or if we continue bullish from here. So that's what's going to be interesting, I would say. What is your view on EU, Heramani?
Overall, I will be looking for short on EU, but I just want to wait
Mm-hmm.
for some confirmation on daily time frame. At least I just want to
Yeah,
see 4 hour closing bearish from this level.
yeah. That's a good point. Like basically, this would be your manipulation.
Hmm.
You would want to see the market showing bearishness, and then you would execute on this part of the leg,
Yes, exactly.
right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. That is exactly what I would be looking for. And it's the thing. It's like it's as simple as stop trying to say where the high here is going to be. Let the market show you, and then execute. Because people trade as if the only thing they could take advantage of is like a tiny move.
Mm.
No, like if the market is going down, it's going down like at least 300 pips or at least 200 pips. So instead of looking for a way to execute on a 10 pip trade, just be patient and execute on a 100 pip trade. It's as simple as that. GU, what's gold
I
doing?
hope it will go for some buy side on upside for EU. We have equal highs as well.
EU?
Yeah, in 1 hour. We have equal highs and we have fair value gap on 1 hour. So I just
Right here?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I just want to see to take out those highs.
Yeah. Highs and fair value gaps. Yeah, and then from here, bearishness. That looks like a good level for the market to react bearish from. And even then, I wouldn't put an entry here. I
Mhm.
would still wait for the market to turn bullish, and then I would execute. So, like, you can see how you're always just being patient. Like, you have to be, because if you're not, you're just gonna get destroyed. So, does anyone have any questions on EU? It's futures trading. How do you stay emotionally detached while trading? Just always expect the worst case scenario. Because every time, this is the problem with trading psychology. That's another one that everyone always complicates. And the reason why you get emotional is because when you enter in a trade, you already think that trade is going to be a winning trade. And why? Because, well, you just look for all the reasons why this trade is going to be winning. So that's why you have to win. Well, not true. So every time you enter in a trade, if you want to reduce the amount of emotions you have, just look at all of the reasons as to why your trade is going to be a loss. It's going to change your trading forever. If you look for all the confluences why you're going to take this trade, and then all the confluences why this trade is still going to be a loss. And granted, you should have more reasons as to why the trade is going to be a win than the trade being a loss. Do keep that in mind. But it doesn't mean that a trade can't be a loss. Does that make sense? So I'm going to quickly break down NQ. Give me 1 second. Let me do this. Okay. Just have to do this. So on NQ, it's pretty simple what I'm looking for. So right now, we've had the daily moving lower, and it came towards these wicks. Now, these wicks are the order block that I would be looking for. Why? Because that means we had to move up, move lower, and move higher. So there's going to be an order block right there. On the daily, usually you can't see it. But basically, this is to say that I already think we are at the higher time frame level that I expect the market to react from. Now, there's a 12-hour order block right here. So let me do it with a trend line. So there's a 12-hour order block right here. And the 4-hour is also very, very similar. So I'm just going to push this up to make it closer to what price is at. So this already gives me two possibilities for the market today. One is manipulation is done because we've pulled back towards the higher time frame level, which would be this big 1-hour order block, which we are already seeing a reaction from. Or two, if we manipulate heavily bearish, I would be looking for the market to turn bullish, and then I would look to execute. So I would look to execute probably on a continuation entry, right? Instead of this, which would be the reversal, I would enter on the continuations. That's what I'm looking for. So two possibilities where market moves quickly lower and higher, I would be executing there. If the market just moves higher, same idea as always. We wait for the 15-minute candle to close, the first 15-minute candle. Then we'll look for a way to enter on a continuation. Or with strong manipulation, I would be looking for the market to react out of this extreme and then move to the upside. So if, and last but not least, if the market moves incredibly bearish, I'm just not trading it, right? Why? Because I'm bullish, and if the market is showing strong bearishness, I probably just want to take the day, right? Until the market shows me that bullishness. So that is really it that I'm looking for on NQ. So the question now is, are we reacting from here, or are we manipulating before going higher? So that is the breakdown. Exactly, no buys in euros since London. I'm at future funding with a 3 already, feeling scared to push the remaining 600 because my balance now is locked in at 2. Why is your balance locked in at 2.1? Oh my god, you need to come over to FundingPips. FundingPips is the best futures prop firm out there by far. For 99% of traders, FundingPips is the best prop firm out there. Do you guys have codes, Heramani and Kashif, for funding ticks?
No, for me. For ticks.
Kashif, do you have a code for
I
funding
recently
ticks?
signed up, purchased an account, just
Thanks.
trying to get familiar with the rules.
Hell yeah. So if you want a discount on funding ticks, code Kimmel always gets you the best discount. So just know that. Because I don't know what prop firm you are on. I hope that is a horrible prop firm. God damn. You need to come over to funding ticks. That is crazy that it trails with you. That is insane. Probably the worst rules I've ever heard. Because trailing is one thing, but it always stops at break even. Like, that is insane. I would never do that. That is wild.
Kimmel, are you waiting for 9:30 opening for NAS?
Yeah, I always wait for 9:30 open. Always. I do not trade before 9:30 open. Like, I think it's so risky, it's not worth it at all. Because what ends up happening is that the market ends up manipulating at the market open. And why? Well, because it's how the market moves. Like, we've talked about liquidity. Well, what's liquidity? It's the market opening up, everyone getting excited, everyone wanting to buy or sell. That's the exact form of liquidity you want to see. And so the market looking for longs, the market tanks, getting everyone thinking that the market is going down, and then it reverses, giving you the real move, which is the longs. So that's why, like, I always wait for 9:30 a.m. Let's share this here and here. Let's see, what else do we have? EU looks like it's moving higher.
Mm-hmm.
DXY looks like it's going down. That is very, very clean. NQ looks like it. NQ, like, this is the type of price action I don't like on NQ before open. It's because there's so much resting liquidity on both sides. So what that means is, let's say that my forecast of the market just moves up happens. This can easily just be a manipulation for the market to move lower. Usually my worst performing days is when the market starts off like this. So do keep that in mind if you're watching, guys, because there's too much liquidity on both sides. That's basically what happens. So the market just ends up either going for both or just being messy. What I would like to see is market just tanking in this case and then reversing, because then you have so much liquidity to target. It's going to be beautiful.
Yes.
Guys, any idea about crypto? Somebody is asking.
Oh, yeah. Crypto is tanking, right? Does anyone know what happened to crypto? It's just tank a lot. I've seen way bigger tanks. But 3% on Bitcoin, Ethereum tanked.
Damn.
Oh my god, 9% on ETH. Holy shit. Oh, sorry. Goddamn. But this, like, listen, guys, if you believe that the market is bullish, everything we talked about today applies here. Do you guys remember? For anyone that is here, I want you to say yes in the chat if you remember the question that Heramani asked about liquidity sweeps. Kashif answered, for me, a liquidity sweep is when the market sweeps the low and then it fully retraces back in. I said it depends on your narrative, right? And look at what this is. This is a bullish narrative. Let's say that you are bullish. This is a mega bullish sweep. So if the market is moving bullish, it moves bullish from here. You guys remember what I said of crypto only moves after we have a big sweep. I mentioned that on, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was on the 8th of September. If you see me breaking down ETH, I said that the big move will only happen after we sweep the lows. We had the move, but guess what? We're back at the lows. So that's just how crypto moves. What is your guys' view on crypto?
For me, it will be a while in this coming 2 3 months because red is already cutting out over there, and I hope it will get cut 2 more times within 2025. So October and November, I'm very, very bullish on crypto. Very bullish.
And so you're looking for shorts?
No, for buy.
Oh, for buy. Sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I made a lot of money trading crypto, but I just get mega biased. So every time it ranges and it becomes harder, usually my profitability goes down. So I just stop trading it when it's not in a high probability area for me. But that's what made me so much money trading crypto. It's like I was trading it from down here up. Like I made a lot of money on the way up, then sweep again, move up. Like all of that are huge moves that I took advantage of. Even on the way down, I remember shorting, and I saw this, but I wasn't in time to take profits there. That was trash. I was running so much money on this short.
Yeah. For now,
Like,
every pullback is an opportunity. I see like that
yeah.
in crypto.
So you just have to be patient. Like crypto traders have to be one of the most patient, to be honest. Because when it ranges, oh my god, it ranges. Usually, and then this is the thing. I wonder if anyone in the chat said what happened. Does anyone know why Bitcoin dropped in 10 minutes 2.3% and ETH? Does anyone in the chat know? And ETH dropped 5.4% in 10 minutes.
Huge it was.
See ya, Victoria. We're streaming for about 20 more minutes. Okay, I guess no one knows. Goddamn. We have market open in 7 minutes on NQ. Do you guys invest in anything or just trading?
I do bought in crypto. I just trade in
Okay.
crypto future as well, and
Okay.
most of my portfolio is in investing.
Okay. What about you, Kashif?
I do invest in stock market, local stock market in Pakistan.
Goddamn.
There's some shares that give like consistent dividends every 3 months, and the handsome dividends.
Yeah, I don't even know. How's the economy in Pakistan? Is it good?
It's
Like for
booming. It's
stocks?
good. Yeah, it's for stocks. It's good. Like some of the stocks, like they have given more returns than Apple. There's a bank, Mezan Bank, from the over last 5 years, it has given more returns than Apple.
Goddamn. Do you have
And I heard in
index fund for Pakistan or no?
Hedge fund?
Index fund, like S&P 500, but for
we do
Pakistan.
have like KSC 100 and index. It's
Do you
it's
wanna
also
share
on
the chart?
investing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you wanna
Yep.
show the
Why
chart?
not?
But Heramani, you were saying something.
Yeah, I heard from last 6 months it was heavily uh, investing in Bitcoin or crypto, I guess I heard about Pakistan like that. The government is all in crypto.
Yep. So
I
this is
just need
the
to wait. I
case.
need to. Are you sharing? No, I'm sharing the screen. Okay.
Okay, let me share it
Right.
again.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the index, Pakistan Stock Market Index,
God damn.
and
That is insane.
and it's on the daily time frame. And if you look it from just simply look it from January 2025, or maybe 2025, yes.
That is insane.
Yep. From 112,000 to 157,000. And along with this, like all of the stocks and shares, like they're booming. Crazy.
Oh my god.
So it's just
I don't know
simple.
if my financial advisor is watching this, but god damn. That looks like crypto. Oh my god. God damn, what the fuck happened there?
And let me just show you one stock. It's TRG Pakistan. I used to trade this stock like at like 10, 20 PKR rupees. And just take a look at this. Let me just show you the daily. Look,
Oh,
from
bro.
like it
It
just
exactly looks like a coin.
yeah, it's right now at the support. Like it's right now at the support. So I'm investing in this stock right now from the support. It's a very this company has good fundamentals, and there you go. Like it's already getting some market structure. It's very slow, but it's long term. Like you just throw the money and you forget it.
Very
Either
slow.
you,
Look at the
yeah.
fucking move up. That was not slow. It's like, yeah, it takes like a year to double my money. It's like it's so slow.
And then this is the stock I was talking about that gives consistent dividends.
Mhm.
That is insane.
Holy. And the fun fact is 90% of intellectual Pakistan audience, like literate audience, like they don't even know about stock market, how to invest, how to take advantage of this opportunity.
Okay.
What's the dividend yield on that?
Sorry.
Like, what's the percentage dividend that you get on that?
So it's 7% over 3 months, 7 to 10%.
What the fuck? That
Nice,
is
bro.
insane.
It's let me just show you.
You got the right choice, bro.
Kashif is doing good. Goddamn. Should have given us the sauce. And when was it that it started absolutely booming? And what happened? Like, was there? It looks like Pakistan was just like, "Hey, America, do you want to be friends?" And they were like, "Yeah." And then stock market just goes up. Let me share screen too.
So if you look at the I don't know if Kimmel if you can see this, but dividend yield
You're
like
not
it's 8.
sharing screen anymore.
Just share it again. There you go. So can you see it now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the stock like I was talking about that gives
Yeah.
consistent dividends every 3 months, and average like it's 8.41%.
Mhm.
It's, it's
Nice, bro.
better. It's better to put money in bank and get like 10% a year. Like payout frequency is quarterly. Man, this is cheat code.
Yeah.
Cheat code in Pakistan.
But this is the thing. It's like, what about dollar versus Pakistan? I don't know the name of
Rupees.
Pakistan
Rupee.
rupee.
Yeah,
Like, is it just plummeting or no?
it's stagnant. They say
That-
artificially pumped, but it's maintained stagnant.
Is it capped now? Like, have they reached some sort of treaty or something?
Yeah, but
I feel like that's what could have happened.
they're artificially, like, maintaining the currency right now.
God damn. That is very. The problem with that is that if they stop maintaining it, it's just gonna absolutely rinse everyone.
Hmm.
But to be fair, if you're in Pakistan, you only really care about the Pakistan rupee. So I am from Portugal. Do you invest in Europe stock market? No, I heavily dislike Europe when it comes to investing. It's probably the worst place to invest. Well, probably isn't the worst place to invest, but I absolutely despise it. I do not like Europe to invest. I would rather no. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. I was about to say some crazy stuff. So you have stock market open. You set the highs. Let me quickly share screen. Boom.
It's
So
going
we have
up.
stock market open. We've set the highs. So now we either wait for the market to go down or to close the 15-minute chart, basically, to see if this is manipulation or not. Yes. ES is less bullish than NQ. So if you want to long something today, should probably be NQ.
Mhm.
Let's see.
I hope it will continue higher for NQ.
Yeah, it probably will.
But personally, for me, I like to enter after 9:45.
Yeah. After 9:45, that's where you get the clean moves.
Exactly.
Quick tips for ICT beginners. Focus on two concepts and that's it. Don't focus on daily bias and focus on power of three, and you'll become profitable. Because that ties in, by the way, with market maker models. So we're still moving up. Now this is the time where you just wait. Because the thing is,
9:45 New York time.
yeah.
Mm.
Because the thing with the first 5 to 15 minutes of NQ is that they're so volatile. There's so much volume coming into the market that a lot of people then get caught in manipulation. So even
Mhm.
though you're seeing this move up, this move, no joke, can be rejected in just one candle. Like the market can tank 30 handles in just one candle. So like that's the risk with NQ at open. So now we're just watching, by the way. That's why we are more. trade euro dollar for London session was if you trade euro dollar for London session, you start trading at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. New York time. 3 a.m. New York time. Destiny, power of 3, and daily bias. Kashif, do you wait for retest after shifts at liquidity zone or just enter after the breaks?
No, when a liquidity sweep happening, like I don't really wait for a shift, because when a liquidity sweep happens, your 1 minute market structure shift is far away. So always try to take the wick. Like,
Okay, we're now rejecting a little bit on NQ. That's the first 5-minute candle that closed. Boom. That looks still good to continue higher. But I'm just waiting because this 5-minute candle can fully reject this move. I'll say this, that on NQ, a lot of people that wait for liquidity sweep, they will be waiting for a long time. Because NQ, like if the market is bullish, I don't really expect a liquidity sweep. I just expect the market to continue going. So keep that in mind. For example, here, let's say that I'm bullish. Like, I don't need these lows to be swept. I don't care if those lows are swept. Is it higher probability? Yes. But I don't really care if they are swept. Because I just wait. The market is just going to continue higher. Like you can see on the 5-minute now. Just fully reversed. So, like that just shows that there's so much bullishness in the market now. Which seas do you like most? I like the Atlantic Ocean. I like that a lot. Pacific Ocean is nice too, but it has too many sharks. I know that's why you. Kashif, can you mute when keyboarding? People are like,
oh,
"Bro, I'm wearing headphones."
sorry. I'm really sorry.
Teach us some logic behind how to wait for liquidity sweep areas. For example, we took on gold live, and someone is asking for gold. Kashif, you wanna share your view on gold, and then we'll call it a day.
Yeah, let's go.
I mean,
Let me
which
see.
trading session? My favorite trading session is 100% New York. New York is the best trading session.
Yep. So let's look at gold. All right. So gold, like I'm just gonna talk about the 1 minute right now. As I said before, like this is your prominent market structure shift. Like if you want to see the price action printing all-time highs today in your session, you want to see the price closing above 3725. And as you can see, like we are already getting multiple rejections, like 3 rejections and then a major drop to this area. Now, as you can see, like the price action is still trying to push above this, but on the 1 minute, like I'm not getting a clean picture if it will be breached or not. Let's look at the 15-minute time frame or one time frame higher. Let's look at the 5-minute time frame. Now, if you look at the 5-minute time frame, my bias would be different right now for a short-term scalp, because I'll remove all of this and I'll look at the price section, something like this. Like you had the market structure shift from top, right, and then a retrace, and then we are getting some rejections from 3725. So if we keep rejecting this, there could be you can find like scalp opportunity, but I wouldn't recommend trying to take shorts now because there's volume after NYSE open, and this level 3727 can be taken out like quickly, easily. So if it breaks above this, then obviously the price action not going to stop at 3729. It's not going to stop at all-time highs. If it breaks above this, you're going to see price action today making new all-time highs. And that would be like 50, 60, 70, 100 pips of a pips opportunity that you can catch. So all eyes on this 3727. But make sure you let it breach, let this resistance breach 3727, and then look for a retracement, a better stop loss, and you can look for longs. Up, that's it.
Okay. Heramani, do you want to break down once again what you're looking for in the chart before we call it a day?
Okay, sure. You guys can see my screen?
Not yet.
I'll try again. Okay.
Yep, perfect.
So still I'm waiting for this level on GU. So I'm expecting one more higher and respecting this area. At least it can go higher to this order block as well. Really, it can be fine. So I'm just looking to tap this level, and I want to see some bearishness from this level. I will wait for that. Same thing in EU as well, but for short, I will go for GU in this price action. I hope GU is very well enough for short right from this level. So for GU, I will wait for this area. At least in 1 hour time frame, I want to see some bearishness from 1 hour time frame. And for gold, in 1 hour time frame, I will look for this area. It's the same setup. I will wait for this area to tap in over here. Then I will look for some buys on gold. Otherwise, I'm not confident to buy over here or sell over here. So I will wait until this area, and it is overlap with this all high as well. So I'm very interested on this area. Then I will look for it tap in here, and I will wait for at least 15-minute time frame candle to form bullish over here. Then I will look for some buys on gold. So that's my plan right now for gold and G.
Okay. That is beautiful. So,
Okay.
Kashif, you want to say anything else? Anyone wants to say anything else?
Just have confidence on your setups, as we discussed today about the fear execution. Kimmel dropped a lot of good insights on psychological part. Just make sure to apply it over back testing, and trading is easy. It's the most easiest thing.
Yes, sir. Compared to being in the oil rigs, we are blessed.
Yeah.
I can tell you guys that. So, gentlemen, thank you all for coming. Thank you, Kashif. Thank you for Heramani for being here with myself. Excited to have a good rest of your week, and we'll see ourselves next week.
Thanks, Kimmel. Thanks, Heramani.
Sure.
See you guys.
Thanks.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.